for some football, and hope you are too. Welcome to East Rutherford, New Jersey, everybody, and MetLife Stadium. Tonight should be a good one, Brock, as we honor John Madden with our Thanksgiving celebration series between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. Here's Devin Singletary on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. And bringing them out, one of two quarterbacks taken in the first round of this year's draft. Out of Ole Miss, it's Jackson Dart.
One of the things that I know Brian Dable and the Giants loved about Jackson Dart is every step of his career. From high school in Utah to USC to Ole Miss, he just kept getting better and better and better. How about the first QB to lead Ole Miss Rebels to back-to-back 10-win seasons in over 80 years? That's what they're getting their first-round pick. That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
It's Tracy on second down. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On first and 10, here's Dart. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's second and inches. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. Dumped off to his running back. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Counter give to Tracy. Good defensive effort here drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Third and long, they're going to throw. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A gain of 15 there. And it's good for a New York first down.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Second and 3 now. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near 22. They get 6 and a first down as well.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
22-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Dart gonna throw again. Finds him over the middle. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's gonna be 1st and goal now.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's the one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing, Brock?
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Field goal attempt coming now from Younghoe Koo. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Koo able to put it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal and he'll take 3.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led by the 2nd overall pick a decade ago out of the University of Oregon, Marcus Mariota.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
The play fake, he'll throw. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Drops this one off to Krosky Barrett. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vet, Tressway. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. Now, don't look now, Bronco. We are officially into December. And also, we've reached the end of our celebration of the legendary John Madden, with the John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Weekend. I know we've both enjoyed it. Hope you have as well. It's been an outstanding slate of games to honor in this year. Green Bay, Detroit was our opener, then Friday in Philly, and a busy schedule on Sunday. Now tonight, one final game to close out this week, and the celebration of our coach.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Darts out of the shotgun. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Throwing on 3rd, here's Darts. We've got a screen to the running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's Tracy on 1st down. They'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They go right back to Tracy. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47.
A gain of 15 yards.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this 2nd quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Dart. Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns, nowhere for that ball to go.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. They'll throw 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He's got it on the bootleg. And the commander's rush brings him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Field goal attempt coming now from Younghoe Koo. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Koo able to put it through. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll take over, facing a 6-0 deficit. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. And he's taken out of bounds behind the line. That's going to be a sack.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Mariota. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That's now the 3rd time that he's been hauled down in this game, and that one was a biggie. Something's got to get figured out. Either the protection's got to be shored up, or the QB's got to get rid of the ball. You cannot take those kind of negative sacks.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here's Mariota now. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
The Commanders ready for the punt. Gunnar Olszewski will return it for the Giants. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Back to throw. Here starts. It's caught right side by Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. There's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. This is Cox. That's Slayton. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. A good pass from the rookie at Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Dart setting in the throw here. He's tackled for no gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Tracy once more. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. Going all the way to the end zone here. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, kid. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Samuel now to return it. He's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They go play action on 1st down. He's running with it. And he drives it up to the 24. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now off the play action. On that play, and a good call, and that's on the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
This time it's a passing play. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. There's an offense, I get a completion, I get a win. There's a defense, I keep everything in front of me, I make the tackle for a short gain, I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
So it'll be 3rd and 4, but not just yet. Only 2 minutes to go in our 1st half. Stick around. There's more from MetLife Stadium on the other side. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Mariota. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Press away on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, here's Dart. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mariota. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Trying to throw this from the gun. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Commanders.
All set to go now from the 35. Mariota to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate. It takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's McLaurin with a catch out left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8.
Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
First and 10.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Back to throw, Mariota. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. Moody knocks it through. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Line up the design keeper. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here no doubt made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Samuel now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing is Mariota. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push them back for second down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. Mariota. Running right side by McLaurin. And he'll get it up to the 27.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit. And you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. He's making a bid for it. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for a Washington first down. A gain of 30. And the Washington first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the gun, run for Merritt. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
44-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They're going to run again here with Merritt. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Looking to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
On first down, here's Dart. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Just a yard left to go on second down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Manages a gain of 3 there. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
On play action with Darts. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Took one to the outside by Darts. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down, and they need to get 10. Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's good for a New York first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab and bound.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. A give to Tracy up the middle. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. This to the back of the end zone. Oh, but he ran out of room. Incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
They'll try it now with Singletary. That'll be the first and more. He's denied the score as they finally get him down at the 1. They come through a massive gain there on 4th down, give him 24 yards, and most importantly, that first down.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's another for it. And he will not get in. The defense holds. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
On the sneak, here's Dart. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
Now go, it's Tracy. He runs it across, touchdown! The Giants push their lead further to start the half. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Brian Dable has the offense out there. They're trying for 2.
The Giants will line up for the two-point.
They'll try it on the ground. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt.
15.
Well, 2 left on the table there. Forget the goal line, Brock. They barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, to me right there, Kate, that's a sign this defense did their homework, studied their tendencies. Yet no way that running back was going to get that one in, not with that force of the defense coming at him.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Samuel now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. On the counter, Krosky Merritt. And it looks like they're good about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Mariota. Cut by Deebo Samuel. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's good for a Washington first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
They're working a couple of yards past the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's keeping it again. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
A gain of 17 yards.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
First down, play action. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota now. Short pass brought in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Commanders football, and they need to get to work here. They're trailing late. 7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Now Mariota. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Thought that this might be 4-down territory for him here, Brock, but they are lining up for a field goal. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead is back down to 9.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. On the return, this is Singletary. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
From the gun, here's Dart. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To the air on 3rd and long. Caught quickly on the slant. Well, he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Design quarterback run here. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
A gain of 15 yards.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st down from the 42. Dart from the pistol. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, heads-up play from the Giants there. They get to the loose ball and make the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Dart's looking at this 3rd and long. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Commanders set to take over. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. So just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Third and long. They're going to throw. McLaurin downfield. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You want to nerd out at the end of the year with me, Kate? We'll go back and look at the amount of time per completion in the league. The best of them are around 2.2 seconds. The guys that hold on to the longest, they're somewhere around 2.6 seconds. You give your quarterback that kind of eternity to throw, they'll find a completion.
And he just gets rid of it, the 1st down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Send it out wide to Samuel. And he'll get it up to the 44.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice game.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. Oh, puts some air under this one. Right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated millions from ball.
No one's around him. He's got space. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That's going to be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock. That keeps this drive moving.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Finds the in wrap. Oh, he lost the football! But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up 2nd down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing is Mariota. He's got a man left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on third. Completed left side to Samuel. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
At the 6-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Mariota. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Commanders losing by 9. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Mariota. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders have cut it to a 3-point game here in the 4th. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the Commanders cut the lead down to just 2.
13. Commanders 13.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. On the return, this is Singletary. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. They're out there with a lead that's down now to just 2 points, Brock. So you got to be cautiously aggressive, right? Try to run out the clock, but take care of the football because all it takes is a field goal to beat you.
How many times do these games we call come down to just one possession? Right? It's why these teams spend so much time situationally in the red zone, end of half, end of game. You gotta live for these situations.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. It's going to tuck it and run. Oh, he loses the football. And the Commanders get to it first. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, I one time had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away.
The Commanders all set to regain possession. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
Krosky Merritt gets it from the gun. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Back to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, it hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders jump in front late. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, well, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders jumped in front now by 5.
Commanders 20, Giants 15.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, this is Singletary. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the 37-yard line.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
46-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Dart gonna throw again. Hits him on the out route. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the 1st down, too.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Dart out of the shotgun. It's on the in route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st and 10.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Time not on their side here as they get set for 1st down. No timeouts remaining either. They are throwing it again. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw it. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this fourth down. Desperation time here. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from New York.